Hello, everyone. My name is Drinks Glue, and we are here to close out this edition of the Gamers for Hope Marathon supporting gamers against cancer. We are here to raise money for the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation, and we have quite a treat for you tonight. We are doing a Super Bowl relay where we have two teams of three racers, each competing in a Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide flag set. Each of these teams' goals is to work through their individual seeds. When one runner finishes, the next one will kick off, and we will transition to the next runner. Throughout this race, we will have many different incentives going on. Most importantly, we are currently at $1,150 total toward our main goal of $1,250, where the most magical thing happens. We get to shave 10 IQ's head on the ceremony recap happening after this race. So we are just $100 away from that. We're going to have a couple things going on during our Super Bowl relay. During the last leg of the Super Bowl relay, we will have another donation bid war open for the Save or Sid Kill objective. In Worlds Collide, or in Final Fantasy 6, one of the main, most memorable moments of the game is when you were on Solitary Island and you were awakened to be joined only by Sid. A little mini game happens in the game, whether you let him live or you let him die, and we're going to recreate that either magical or terrible moment here live in the last leg of the relay race. So if you would like for us to kill Sid, donate towards that. If you would like for us to save him and grant mercy on him, go ahead and donate towards that incentive, and we will kick that off in the third leg of the relay. But first leg is happening first, and that is Hefe, that is Jexrock, two community stalwarts from the Final Fantasy 6 World Sky community. But enough about all that. Let me turn it over to our commentary team tonight. We got Sigil, we got Joya. Sigil, by the way, has donated $350. We haven't gone live yet. Sigil, my goodness. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to them.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are at in the world. My name is Dwaya. I'm here with Sigil, and we are ready to give you a great marathon relay race of Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. What is that, you say? That is the randomizer for Final Fantasy VI, where the characters, the espers, the abilities are all randomized. Sigil, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing, Dwyer?
I'm doing really well. I'm actually very honored to be here. As a cancer survivor myself, this is near and dear to my heart, so I really appreciate the Gamers for Hope and Gamers Against Cancer putting this on. Um, Man, $350 Sigil, way to go.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
is awesome.
I collected money for my work.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's even better. Man, give them a big thank you.
I
Uh, so
will.
So, as Glue said, we have two teams. We've got Team Odin, which consists of Hefe, Saris Rose, and Shadow Sid, versus Team Bahamut, which is Jex Virok, Numbers, and Lunar Chimera. Our first racers are going to be Hefe and Jex Virok. What do you think about that, Sigil?
I think it's going to be an exciting first leg of the race.
Absolutely. Now, we are doing a Super Bowl relay flag set, which means this is going to be a little faster than our normal Ultros League. As you can see, we are going to need 5 characters, 6 espers, and unlock for KT Skip is already going to be an option. What do you think about that?
I hope I find good stuff in the shop so I could just get moving.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of power in these seeds.
Yeah.
These are going to go really fast, and these runners are excellent. So, as Drinks Glue mentioned, if we hit our goal of $1,250, Tin IQ is going to shave his head on stream, so we definitely want to get that going. I'm kind of excited to see that. Never actually seen somebody shave their head live before, so this will be exciting for that. And we are so close. We are at $1,150. We definitely want to see that. And like Glue said, we have got the incentive to kill or save Sid, so definitely get your donations in for that. Sigil, which way would you go?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Okay. All right, well, here we go. And as you can see, these runners get a lot of early power, unlocking all the sword techs, all the blitzes, starting with dried meat. So if they find Gowed, there's not going to be a big dried meat hunt. We've got a Celis with Magitech, a Shadow with Jump, and a Sabin with... What was that?
I missed that.
Yeah, that was a really fast and holy crap, there are some Valiant knives, some very cheap shops. Like I said, these seeds are going to be full of
Uh,
power.
and some cat hoods.
Yep, cat hoods are going to be great for getting some extra money. VK's Valiant knives are wonderful finds with offerings in the store. Sigil, why is that so important?
Offerings normally lower your attack by 50% while you can hit 4 times, while the VK could bypass that because one of its special abilities is it does the damage between your current HP and your max HP and ignores
Oh,
defense.
yes, and with 100% equipment available, everybody can equip everything. This is definitely going to be a powerful seed. And oh my gosh, we are at $1,350.13. We have made that goal. Tin, I hope you got your clippers ready because it's happening. All right, so
Yeah.
right now our runners are going to be doing checks based on the characters that they have. Uh, Over on Hefe's stream, we are seeing him doing the Imperial Camp check, where in the vanilla game you would see General Leo for the first time. This is character gated by the Sabin character, which we started with, so it's open. While it looks like Jex is going to be just doing a normal looting and shopping route.
All right, so Joya, as you mentioned, we were at 1150 when we started. Now we're at 1350. Give me a moment. I'm gonna call out some donations. Sigil throwing another $100 in there for the Save Sid. What a happy coincidence. One of our runners in the third relay, his name is Sid. So it looks like he is not having to kill himself today. That is always a good thing. We also have Rastafari, a community stalwart himself. Looks like Rastafari says, "Good luck to all the racers. This is a great event, and I hope this helps."
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for those donations. Let's get this even higher. Yeah, we blew that 1250 goal out of the water. Let's keep it going. Let's see how far we can get. This is for a great cause, very important. All right, and we see some this is a nice check with the Imperial Camp. They get some grind fights to get off that level 3. And since we see the Imp sprite, we know it's either going to be an Esper or possibly an item. All right. And Jex is continuing to do some looting and shopping. With the shops being so cheap and everybody being able to equip everything, this is the best thing.
That's why I just like to point out that Jex found Illuminas in Nosh.
Oh my goodness, I totally missed that. I was watching the Imperial Camp run. Illumina's being the strongest sword in the game definitely ups your defense, and it has some great battle power, along with, if it procs, it will cast the Pearl spell.
And it also
Alright.
always hits.
And it always hits 100% hit rate. Exactly. So let's see where Jex is going to go. Still doing that shopping. I'm okay with this. And fixed dice, which, I mean, fixed dice are nice if you were running a regular seed, but in a seed like this where so much more powerful things are available that are not scam dice, this is great. I do not believe this is open world. It is character gated.
Correct, carrot gated.
Yeah. So Jex is just really taking advantage of that shopping. Oh, it looks like we have Raiden, probably from Imperial Camp. So we've got one Esper on Hefe's side. Sigil, what would you think if you saw a flying behemoth like that?
I would be amazed and scared all at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit. We've got Hefe doing the Floating Continent, which is a shadow check. This is where in the vanilla game, you are going up to the floating continent because Kefka has gotten the statues up there and went a little crazy. And we're going to see some more grind fights here, along with a few boss fights, just to get that EXP up and get those levels up. All right. You know, I didn't realize this, but the Kefka sprite is replaced with a dog sprite. Who is in charge of this, and who did that?
It's a Super Bowl relay, so I had to include the doggo in the process, so we're chasing after the dog, okay?
But for Kefka, really?
I had to give Interceptor some love. He's the mascot of this whole entire event.
I mean, we'll have a talk afterwards. All right, and that is an Atma weapon in the sky. This is what is lovingly known in the community as the Toilet Atma, because in the vanilla game, it is found in the bathroom area of Kefka's tower. Normally, this would be a very scary enemy to run into first off, but with the amount of power from the weapons that these characters have, these runners have, it is no problem at all. All right. Sigil, what do you think about this floating continent check?
I like it early because it could lead to possibly 3 pieces of progression.
Absolutely. Now, there is it's definitely guaranteed progression for the first check when you land on the continent, and it is guaranteed progression at the very end whenever you
Well-
leave the continent.
While the second check is either Esper or item.
Exactly. The third check in the middle, or the second check in the middle of the 3, could be a dead check.
The only downside to the Floating Continent play is normally the longest section of the game, besides Kefka's Tower.
Very true. But with the limited things that these people have to get in order to unlock KT, again, it's 5 characters, 6 espers. The checks with the most chances to get that are the best ones to go for, I think, in my opinion. All right, and over on Jack's side, we are doing Barren Falls. This is another Sabin check. Ooh, this is nasty. Why is this nasty, Sigil?
Because 1, you could be stopped, and 2, I believe the duelist could instant death you.
Yeah, they have a tendency to cast that level 5 death. And I'm not sure what level Jex is, but they could be really nasty. Oh, here we go. Math test. And he passes.
Yes.
All right, Sigil, so neither one of our runners have found another character yet. What character do you want to see show up first?
Cyan.
Cyan. Okay, why Cyan?
Because, like you said earlier, he has 5 checks overall, while one of the checks are being 3 checks in one,
That's
which is
very
still
true.
the dream, which is very quick, and has guaranteed progression.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think I would love to see a Cyan. Other than that, I think I would love to see maybe a Setzer. I like Setzer checks too.
Why is that?
Oh, you know, he's got 2 really quick checks. He's got a free check in Kolingen. That could be a character, Esper, or item. He's got the Doomgaze spot for Search the Skies, which could be an Esper or an item. And he's got Tomb, which could be Esper, item, or character. And all 3 are really fast. And all 3 can be done in the World of Ruin. And you can knock them out really quick.
The
Ooh, that's a
character-
good Seraphim Esper.
Yes, the character I do not want to see is Drago. Because
Yeah,
all
most runners... Yeah.
all his checks are just very long, I feel like.
Yeah, that old man can stay hidden in the seed. All right. So, one of the things in the Super Bowl relay is that there are no free checks, meaning that if you do not have to fight a boss for a check, or if it is not like a super long check that has been designated um, as a non-free check, there cannot be progression. So that would mean that they get a high tier item, which with shops how they are, you really don't want to see because you can already buy most everything in the stores.
Alrighty, guys, just a little quick update to update that there is no update. $100 from Sigil is still leading the save or kill Sid bid war, so we have $100 towards save Sid, and that will be ongoing until the conclusion of the second leg of this race. Just a little reminder: those little numbers next to the teams, those are the number of runners that have completed. This is still in the first leg, so we have runners 1 and 1 going at each other. We'll have 2 and 2, and then we'll have 3 and 3 closing it out.
And we just saw Jax just reset out of Phantom Train since it was just at Esper.
He's really hunting those characters then.
Yes.
But you know what I did see? I did see that he pet the dogs in Mobliz, which is what I donated for.
Yes.
We are in a level magic fight, and this is nasty. Usually we would run from these because they do not give experience, they just give magic points.
While we have
And
Jax going into Velt Cave.
Absolutely. The nice thing about Velt Cave is it's technically peekable. Whatever you see the sprite is laying on the ground, if it is a character, then a character's going to be there. If it's an Esper, an Esper. And if it's a ghost, imp, or soldier, it is a dead check. And we are getting an Esper. While Hefe sees a French vanilla Atma weapon on the floating continent, he just moved over a few spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a gross character to see.
Yeah.
So, you know, Gogo is a great character in that he can mimic anything else the other characters do. However, as far as checks go, he only has one, and it can kind of be a pain. Oh, did we get another dog pet? We got another dog pet.
All 3 doggos have been petted.
Oh, Jex is the unofficial winner, just because of the dog pets.
What do you think the next character is going to be?
Well, generally in Worlds Collide, characters lead to characters, so I'm gonna guess probably in Gogo's check. But I'm gonna be a little bit mean here, and I'm hoping that it's in the third check of Magitech under Celis. Because I'm a terrible person.
I'm hoping it's in the Opera House.
Ooh. That is I mean, that's not a bad check. Not a bad check at all.
Yeah.
And you're a much nicer person than I am. All right, so our runners just traded places. Now Jex is doing Floating Continent, and Hefe is doing the Barren Falls. So while we're kind of in a little transition here of things we've already seen, another reminder, keep those donations coming. It's for a great cause. And while we don't have another person going to shave their head, we definitely want to see if maybe we can get up there and top 2K. Let's be ambitious here. All right, and just a reminder that this is also a relay race. So as soon as one of these runners is finished, their teammate is going to take over. Saris Rose will be the next teammate for Team Odin, while Numbers will be the next teammate for Team Bahamut. And we also have the Sid and Save or Kill Sid donation poll going. So definitely get your whether you want to see Sid live or Sid die. Not the runner. Just a reminder that it's not the runner. It will be the character. Okay, now we're going to see another Phantom Train peak. And does Hefe take it? Yeah, Hefe is going to keep going. He's going to do Phantom Train for that Esper. But right now, Hefe is at 4 characters out of 5, 5 Espers out of 6, so he is a little bit ahead in getting his KT unlocked. Remember, skip is already available, meaning that they can skip right to where the statue switches are in Final Kefka's Tower.
Which Hefe already just stacked up on Alexis for his trip to Kefka's Tower.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with things as cheap as they are in the shops, you might as well. Now, one of the things I'm not sure these runners have thought of, or if they're even interested in doing, is one of the things in this flag set is called Y remove. Meaning that if they go up to an NPC and they hit their Y button, they will remove that NPC. Now, in Worlds Collide, certain doors are considered NPCs, so if they wanted to, they could definitely sequence break and go out of logic for checks that they normally wouldn't be able to obtain.
I think they would have utilized it if they didn't have Shadow or Celeste.
That's true. All right, we've got the cranes in the train. I like to call these Miles and Fraser Crane, the Crane brothers.
It always amazes me how they're just keeping speed with your characters.
We don't question the physics or the logic in this game. Let's see where Hefe goes next. The cranes are riding a sidecar. I like that.
So do I.
All right, here we go. We are doing a go-go check. Now, with the go-go check, you want to take your party down to 1 character. So you're going to land, and your first and only encounter that you're going to get is the, my mind just went blank. What's it called?
Zone Eater.
Zone Eater, thank you. Oh my goodness. Who will swallow the party and take you down to Gogo's cave?
But the Zone Eater also has another move called Demi, which they can use.
Yeah, but you know what? I think this is going to be nice, and it's not going to do that. It's going to swallow him right up.
Hey guys, we just had another donations. We had $100 come in from the FF6 Worlds Collide community. Just a little friendly reminder that any sub that comes to the FF6 Worlds Collide Twitch channel, we turn around and donate to various causes that we participate in, like the one we are doing today, and that's another $100. We're up to $14.50 total.
Holy crap, way to go, guys. This is awesome. let's keep those donations coming in. Again, this is for a great cause. All right, nice bridge troll skip by Hefe. Normally those guys, if you hit them, will bump you back down to the lower level, but he went through that super smooth. And as Glue said, thank you again to the Worlds Collide community for that $100 donation. Absolutely one of the best communities out there. Super friendly, super helpful, and always willing to lend a hand like that. And that is a fancy gal. Oof.
Which
Well,
I don't
that-
think. Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Oh,
you
I was
could
gonna
go
say, that's probably not the character that Hefe wanted to see, but that is 5 out of 5 characters, so we only need one more Esper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see Gal ever being in the party with this flag set.
No, no, probably not.
Yeah, since Gal comes with 2 random abilities.
Yes, and normally Gao can't attack, so unless you get an ability such as capture or jump, he's kind of limited on what he can do, especially with the 100% equipable items. It doesn't matter what he can equip if he can't use it. And that was $100 to save Sid. So right now, our team, our group 3 runners, Sid or Lunar Chimera and Lunar Chimera, will have to save Sid. And there's Hefe's 6 Esper.
While we have Jax going into Magic Tech.
I like the Magitech play. The Magitech play, the first 2 checks can be Espers, or Espers or items, so it's not a character. So this could take care of Jax's Esper hunt really quick. And on Hefe's side, we have the Worlds Collide mascot, Ultros, while also on Jax's side, we have the Worlds Collide mascot, Ultros. He gets around.
Yeah.
And that is unlocked for Hefe. And a dog pet, a double dog pet, a triple dog pet.
Not as good as Jax's.
I mean, he just went in a full circle to triple dog pet. I gotta give him props for that.
He gets props, but Jax at least went to 3 different dogs to give
I mean,
them
that's
their love.
true. That's true. That is true. And he went there and he didn't even have to go to Mobliz.
Yes.
All right, let's get some hype in the chat for some dog pets, because everybody knows all the dogs in Final Fantasy VI are good doggos. All right, so Hefe is setting up his parties for Final Kefka, and he does have 5 more boss fights before he gets to the flying clown himself.
I want to mention that Jex Farok, why removed the numbers spot and passed it to get to the trolley here?
Interesting. Okay, that's a really interesting play because he got his 6th Esper from the first check. Said, nope, I don't want to fight the second boss because it's not going to give me a character, and he is hoping for a character at the end of Magitech. That is a big brain play right there. All right, and Hefe's first boss is the Tentacles. Spaghetti in the Tower. Normally, Tentacles aren't the most fun thing to see when you only have a 2-person party, but because of their equipment and their such high defense, more than likely, these guys are going to be fine.
I'm only afraid about the seas with them.
True. But as you saw, it missed Shadow several times, and I think that's
Yes.
probably because he has such good equipment on.
Yes.
Caster Curse much?
What was that, Saber?
Say Caster's Curse much?
I mean, sorry. And we've got Hydon at the end of the minecart. Now, we do not have undead flags on, I don't believe, but these big sticks are going to do quick work. You only have to kill the big guy in the back. You could ignore the little guys. And he is down. All right, and with Hefe in the tower and getting through his statue boss fights, soon we're gonna see Saris Rose popping in as the second team member for Team Odin. And tunnel armor in the sky.
With Strago leading them there.
Oh, well, that's Jex's sixth character, so that's gonna be his unlock.
It's the best time to see Strago.
It's the yeah, definitely not.
And on Hefe's side, he's battling the Three Stooges.
Yes, these are the boss fights, the Dream Stooges that would normally appear in the vanilla game in Doma Castle, World of Ruin in Cyan's Dream Scene. You know, normally these guys can kind of be a little bit of a pain, but Hefe's gonna make quick work of them. Not a big deal at all. Except for this stone could get kind of scary. This is a petrify move. And that was just rude.
Yeah.
All right, Jex is on his switches, getting ready to go into his statue fights. We already know one is going to be Tentacles, one is going to be Dream Stooges. And for Hefe, the last Stooge is going to go down right now.
That was lucky.
Very lucky. All right, Amelas, thank you for the raid of 7. Welcome into Gamers for Hope Marathon for the Gamers Against Cancer. Right now, we are at $1,450.13 for the donations. Right now, we have a donation poll going that if you want to put money in for Save Sid or Kill Sid for the third leg of the marathon, right now we've got $100 towards Save Sid. So if you want to see that wrinkly old banana die, you better start putting up the money for it. And by the way, again, it's Sid the character, not Sid the runner. We like Sid the runner.
And Jex
Alright.
is facing our least favorite Ultros fight.
Oh, this is the worst Ultros fight. He's joined by his buddy Chupon, who because of him sneezing you off the battlefield, you get no XP, no MP. It is quite a lame fight. And Jack's coming up to his Dream Stooges, hopefully having a little better go at it. Go again fighting them, but this time with a Celis.
The thing I'm seeing so far from the tracking standpoint is that they're both having the same amount of damage. It's just with the VK knives from Hefe, it's just taking longer for them to kill, but they have the same damage output.
Yeah, that's really true because you're having to see the animation for several different swings. It might be a little slower that way. I mean, it is a little slower that way. Oof. Ooh, this is a terrible fight.
Yeah. One that I like a solo character to do.
Yeah, especially because if you don't kill the two arms fast enough, he can also do a delta hit, which can turn your character to stone. And with an offering VK where you can't control where the damage goes, this could be a little dicey. No big deal. Come on, Hefe, you can do it. There you go. Oh man, this is close though. Jex is about to start his Inferno fight right as Hefe is ending his. So while Hefe had a slight lead at the start, you can definitely tell where Jex has made up some time. So numbers, get ready. You're not going to be too far behind Saris Rose starting this, if behind at all.
Yeah, for those that have just tuned in the chat is the pinned message to our donation link. That is what the little number in the bottom right screen is for. If you're interested in learning about where the money is going today that we are donating, you can read more about the Stand Up to Cancer Foundation, their mission, their causes, their success stories, and anything else in between at standuptocancer.org. The link for that is also in the chat.
Thanks, Glue. Really appreciate you putting that in there and keeping us up to date on the donations, where they're coming from. Shout outs to those people that are willing to put their money in for a great cause. So thank you so much for that. Also, as you can see on your screen, we have hit $1,450.13, surpassing the goal of $1,250. 10IQ will be buzzing his head during the event session after this race. So you definitely want to stay tuned in for that. He will be shaving his head live. And listen, I really want to see this. I'm so glad that I get to.
We have Jex in the middle of his tier 1 fight, while Hefe is going to be starting his soon. Hefe in the middle, and Jex is going to be starting his soon.
Absolutely. Now, normally I would be going through the different parts of this fight, but I have a feeling it's going to go so fast that I may not even be able to finish speaking before they get through the different tiers. But I'm going to definitely give it a try.
I don't mean to interrupt, but interesting fact about the Interceptor sprite for Kefka. When he appears on screen, there's little Z's above his head like he's sleeping.
Questions. Why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, once again, we're going to have a talk when this is done. You can't disrespect Interceptor putting him as the main bad guy in this. We got to have a talk.
No, I've taken as a group our heroes want to pet Interceptor.
No, I just, there's too many, nope, I think this is disrespecting the best doggo in the game. Can't believe it. Alright, so as I was going to try to do, this is Tier 2 of Final Kefka. There is 4 parts to Tier 2. There is Magic to the left. There is Tools in the middle in red. There is Hit as the blue guy. There is Tiger as the tiger head. Alright, so Tiger is weak to ice. Tools can be instant death. Magic can be muted. And Hit is just going to hit you really hard. Hit and Magic both have death counters. Hit will do 10 hits. Magic will counter with 1 to 2 dispels and possibly a quarter. So we definitely want to make sure that we kill them in a good order so that we don't take a quarter into 10 hits, which in Hefe's position we did not do. And Jex is now on tier 2 himself.
I also believe we could cast Stop on hit.
You can. Absolutely you can, if they have that spell.
Alright,
Oh my goodness! We just got another $50 donation. We are now at $1,500.
Yep, Lunar Chimera, who is taking part in the third leg of the relay, which will be the one determining whether we are saving Sid or letting him pass away, has donated $50 towards saving Sid. So we are now at 150 to 0 for the Save Sid incentive, still happening now, which will be going on until the leg after this race concludes.
Well, this is very admirable, but people want to save Sid. I still think that you all out there in that chat that are watching right now, you guys need to make this a race. We need to have some incentives to kill Sid, too. I'm just saying. Throwing it out there.
While we have Hefe on tier 3, where Girl absorbs all the elements, which wouldn't be a problem today, and Sleep casts Calmness when you kill her, which is a physical instant death move.
Which looks like we got blocked because I don't know if they have any calmness protection. And we are coming up to the final Kefka portion of this final boss. The glorious Crazy Clown is going to descend in his ultimate glory from the clouds. And I think with those Valiant Knife offerings that Hefe has going on, he is going to make quick work of the clown.
I would say I feel bad for the clown, but I don't.
I mean, he did destroy the world.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Hefe is coming in to the final Kefka. Like I said, it is not going to take long for him to take this final boss down. We are going to be followed up with on Team Odin with Ceres, Rose, all right. Anytime now, Ceres will be starting up their leg of the race, and here we go. Okay, with the second leg of the race, we're going to have a whole new seed. So we're going to have Terra, Celis, and Realm start. Ooh, this is an all-ladies night. How fun. All right. And Jex is going to be starting up his final stage of Final Kefka. Okay. And there is the crack pow for Jex. Numbers is going to be jumping in for the second leg of Team Bahamut. Way to go. GG's Jex. GG's Hefe. All right, and once again, we're going to see a lot of power in the shops. Shops are cheap, so these runners are going to be able to equip up really well. And wow, there's an XP egg.
And offerings and Genji gloves.
Even better.
Sorry, guys. Both their game audio is completely low, so I have no audio for you guys. Sorry.
All right. Sigil, do we want to get to ask some questions of Hefe and Jex while they're in the booth with us?
Yes. GG's Jackson Hefe.
GG's.
How did you feel about the seed?
Finding those Luminas made me pretty confident, and then even more so when I found the Minervas.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
yes. Go ahead.
I was just gonna
Hello.
say, you guys had offense and defense for days, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whenever
it's
you walk into the first town and you find VKs and offerings and behemoth suits, like there's literally nothing else to look for.
you found the V knife offerings. Okay, I found the Illuminos.
Ah,
So, you guys, thank you so much for being the first runners in the Super Bowl relay race for this great fundraising cause, the Gamers for Hope, Gamers Against Cancer. What made you guys really want to step in and do this? Like, is there a special, reason? Um, has cancer like hit you personally, or has hit your family? Hefe, I'm gonna go ahead and go with you first.
yeah, right at the time that this was actually announced, I found out that I had skin cancer. And I know that skin cancer is not, I don't want to say it's not cancer because it definitely is cancer, but it was definitely a wake up call to me. And I recently lost my stepdad to cancer as well. So cancer is something that sucks and needs to go away. And anything I can do to support cancer going away, I'm happy to do in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure. Jax, what about you?
Lost both my grandfathers to it. So that was a good reason to join this. Plus, Hefe told me that he ended up with it, and he asked me to join him with this. He's my usual battle buddy. How could I not say no to this? So, yeah, uh, bet between all that, yeah, that's more than sufficient reason to join you guys here.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you guys doing this. Um, sorry to hear about your own, own ways that cancer has affected you. I think is put best, cancer sucks. So that's definitely why we're doing this. Is there anything you want to put out there? You want to say to the rest of the runners on your teams that are, get ready to run basically the third leg for Sid and Lunar Chimera, or anything you want to say out there to chat, or the Gamers for Hope group out there?
Go ahead, Jax.
Well, a couple of things. From the chat, can I get a capital F cancer from you? And also, you guys cool if I give my usual FF6 tag?
Go for it.
Excellent. Anybody here that is interested in learning Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, please join our Discord. We've got a pile of awesome people that are willing to teach you this wonderful randomizer. Give our Restream team and our runners a follow. As the chat is now going down, F cancer. And yeah, GG. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having us be the closing act for you all. I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, off to you, Hefe.
Thank you, Jax. Yeah, I just wanted to, thank Gamers for Hope for allowing us to run this marathon. It's, like I said, it's something that's very near and dear to me on a couple of fronts, and I greatly appreciate everybody that has made this a success. And, good luck to the runners. Good luck to everybody. I hope everybody had fun during this whole process. So that's about all I got.
All right. Well, Sigil, do you have anything else for our two runners?
No, thank you for joining us and put on a great show.
Anytime.
Yes, thank you. GG's.
GG's. Well, we will
GGs.
let you two go. I'm going to see what your teammates are doing.
I believe Numbers bought Valiant knives.
Ooh. Okay. So are we going to have another VK offering?
I don't think they found offerings yet.
Okay. Looks like Numbers is doing the Opera House while Sarah's Rose is still doing a lot of shopping and looting.
Yes. And Cerise bought us some cat hoods
Well,
earlier.
Cat Hoods being one of the best helms in the game, Worlds Collide, or I should say Final Fantasy VI, doesn't have the greatest helmet slot items. So that Cat Hood, the best you're going to find, and usually there's only one character that can equip it, but again, in this flag set, everybody can equip everything. Cat Hoods are going to double the money that you get for each fight, along with that a lot of nice stat boosts on there.
And I believe the double money stacks for each cat hood.
Absolutely. So, these runners are going to be rolling in the dough. And speaking of rolling in the dough, let's get some more donations in there for the Save Sid or Kill Sid poll. Right now, Save Sid is winning with $150. Come on, guys. We don't want that wrinkly old banana to win, do we?
Yes, I do.
Well, okay, good point. You put in some of that money. I guess I can't get a unbiased opinion for you there.
Yep.
All right, fair enough.
As Dwayne mentioned, we are still at 150-0 for leaning towards the Save Sid. And I'm going to get a little hostile here, guys. If we don't get another donation in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to submit a Yamaro joke.
Please submit somebody, please.
Okay, guys, really, if Glue just starts on the Yeti jokes, that's all you're gonna hear. I mean, maybe we need to get somebody else to shave their head. Which, since we hit that $1,250 goal, we are gonna see Tin IQ shaving his head live during the staff event portion after this race. And Series Rose showing off the power of the Y remove of this flag set, getting rid of some of those NPCs. And Numbers picking up the first Esper from the Opera check.
Yes.
Yes. And we did just get a $10 donation in from Sigil. Sigil says, I want a Yamaro joke. All right, Yamaro. All right, Sigil, you got one. Why did the Yeti refuse to ride the train?
Why?
Because he couldn't handle the snow delays. And if you don't want more amazing jokes like that, let's keep those donations coming on in.
Please, guys, please get those donations in. I don't think I can take any more of that, and it's only been one. And listen, I am the queen of bad pun humor, but we don't need any more Yeti jokes.
Yes. We have Numbers finding the offerings and experience eggs in Nosh.
I bet he's happy to see those. Right. And Series Rose has found an Esper herself.
Where Numbers is going to be heading up to the Welk check.
All right, the Welk check. This is where in the vanilla game, at the very first of Narsh, you're going to fight the Fail Snail Welk, and that is for a Mog.
I love seeing
Very-
Mog there.
Yeah, a very convenient place to find Mog because his 2 checks are in World of Balance and Arsh. And while you're up there climbing that mountain to get to Mog's, the Mog Lone Wolf check up at the very top where the Tritalk Esper is in the vanilla game, we can also see what's at Kefka at Narsh.
While on Cerise's side, she's doing Owzers.
Oh, Owzer's being a realm check, where in the World of Ruin, this is where you would find Realm painting the possessed goddess painting in the basement.
All right, guys, we did just get another donation for $50 from Dragon Lady K. Apparently, this Yamaro situation is a hot button topic. Dragon Lady K says, Please, no more Yumaro jokes. Shame on Sigil.
Sigil getting called out. Way to put your money where your mouth is, DLK.
Lou, I think that calls for another joke.
No, that is not what that calls for. Glue, you don't do it.
No, I'm a man of my word. We got a donation, so I won't read them. But if we go, another 10 minutes without donation, we're getting Yumaro jokes.
I mean, do we want another Umaro joke, Sigil?
Yes.
Do we?
Yes.
All right. Take over comms for me.
We have numbers finding an Atma weapon in the clock. And since the Moogle defense check is a Moogle, it's either Esper or item.
By the way, that combo of getting Mog at the Welk check while you're already in Narsh, that's amazing. And speaking of Yetis,
Oh, so is that what we saw? Is we just saw a Yeti? Is he in Owsers?
yeah, we saw the backside of a Yeti.
All right.
Cerise is going to love that.
I mean, now, the question is, will Cerise take Yeti all the way to Final Kefka?
I believe yes.
I hope
Donation
so.
to force them to take Yeti into Kefka?
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, Glue, there you go. Oh, and that was Dataluma for the Moogle defense check on numbers side. With the Bahamut Esper, a very nice find.
What's normally so good about the Bahamut Esper?
The Bahamut Esper is a really nice one because it is basically a mini Ultima. His Sunflare is, I believe, magic defense ignoring. And does it spread out damage or does it not?
I'm not sure about that. I believe it does spread out damage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's non-elemental spread damage.
That's what I thought, but I was not 100% sure. I just know that it is a really nice Esper to have.
Especially when multi-summoning's on.
For sure.
And in Esper Cave, we have the piranhas jumping down on our heroes.
Oh, Slowfish Piranhas. Piranhas are an interesting fight in Worlds Collide. It is based on timers. Now, both runners are going to get the same timer for this fight, but it is still kind of an annoying one to come up against.
Two things, guys, on the donation front. I missed that Dragon Lady K's $50 donation was towards the Kill Sid incentive, so we are now inching a little bit to a closer race. We got 150 still towards save. Now we are up to 50 for Kill Sid, so $100 apart there. And Dwaya just donated $10, and Dwaya says, "We saw a Yeti, so Glue can make a Yeti joke." Well, I just so happen to have a very long list of them. Let me go grab one real fast. Why did the Yeti get a job as a clockmaker? Because he was great at keeping things in time. He never let the hours snowball.
So many regrets tonight now. Not for putting in the money, but for letting Glue do that.
You did it to yourself.
I did do it to myself. All right, guys, but we are at $1,570.13. This is a great amount for, a great cause. Gamers Against Cancer. You know, let's kick Cancer's butt. I would much rather say a different word there, but figured they would not appreciate that on live stream. But F Cancer, right, guys?
That's right. And from this check, we got a Magicite, which brought numbers up to 4-3, and Cerise at 4-2.
Ooh, so this is going to be another close race, and we saw how before, like where one runner might be ahead, it does not take long for the other runner to catch up. Right, Numbers is now doing Owser's Mansion, it looks like, and gonna find his Yeti. Go ahead.
And it looks like Cerise is going to find her Mog.
Oh, they're gonna be so happy to see that. Alright, so Cerise, yes, probably going up and doing the Welk check. Again, like you said, to find her Mog.
Then do you think Cerise is going to do Moogle defense?
If it was me, I would. Yeah, I would definitely go and do Moogle defense. It's not a free check, therefore it can be an Esper or a character. And while she does not need another character, she would probably definitely want another Esper. Alright, and since we're seeing our runners are kind of switch positions and we're seeing things we've already seen, another reminder that this is a 3-leg marathon race. So we're in leg 2 with Cirrus Rose and Numbers. Our leg 3 racers, one for Team Odin will be Shadow Sid, not the Sid we want to kill or save, but the runner Sid, and Lunar Chimera on Team Bahamut.
Which we just saw Cerise take advantage of the unlocked sword tech from Realm.
Oh, because of the insta-kill?
No, because of Realm's high magic, he was using Stunner.
Oh, that is a great one. Yes, very true. Realm is naturally a high magic power character in Worlds Collide, and even though these stats are randomized, she tends to have a lot more magic power than other characters, so taking advantage of those magic attacks is a great play by Cirrus Rose.
And Stun is also good because it's AoE damage and it doesn't split.
Very true. Ooh, we are getting a Magitech play. Probably just first 2 because of the Espers that you can get there.
Yes. And as Jex pointed out in chat, Stunner also casts a stop spell.
Very true. So if we run into a spicy chicken, aka Poltergeist, who is vulnerable to stop, that is going to be very handy. All right, so the Magitech play by Ceres. Oh,
And same
by
with
Numbers. So if this is double Esper for the first 2 of Magitech, this is going to put Ceres Rose at 5-4 and could put Numbers at 5-5, which is going to be a very close race.
Yes. Do you think either of them do the back to Magitech?
Oh, I doubt it. I wouldn't. Since neither one of them need another character, I would think that they might try doing checks that would only reward an Esper.
Which I'm hoping they do go to the Yeti check after this.
Yeti check for the Tritalk and the Dragon up there, if they wanted to, that would be nice. Glue, I have a question for you. How many Yeti jokes do you just have laying around ready to use? A book of Yeti jokes?
I feel like Glue has a novel of Yeti jokes.
You mean he could threaten us with a novel of Yeti jokes right now?
Yes.
Guys, why are you better keep those donations coming to make sure he does not get that book out.
Joya, there's this wonderful invention called ChatGPT. So technically, I have an infinite amount. And with that said, remember we're at 1570. We're still trying to push donations. I know we still have the Save or Kill Sid incentive will be going on. We're at 150 to $50 towards leaning towards Save Sid. We will close that right around the time the end of this leg of the relay concludes. So there's still some time to donate towards one of those objectives.
For sure. And even though we have met our goal of the $1,250 for 10 IQ to shave his head live on stream, that does not mean that we can't set our own goal of even higher. So let's keep those donations coming in. F Cancer, definitely want to support this great cause. And yeah, let's just keep them coming. Maybe somebody else will shave their head. Sigil, you want to shave your head?
Nope. It's not
Okay,
time
fair
yet.
enough. Yeah,
In
fair
a
enough.
couple
Okay.
months,
Okay.
which we both have. Both our runners are fighting Chattanooga.
Oh, Chad.
Yes.
Chad being an interesting boss, it will flip from the goddess to the demon form. Now in Worlds Collide, we have it set to where it stays in the demon form a little bit longer than it would in vanilla. So that you can definitely get those attacks in, because you don't want to attack the girl. All right, and Ceres Rose is warping out. Did not find what she wanted, apparently. All right, looks like Ceres is going up to World of Balance Narsh again. Are we going to get a Kefka at Narsh play? Or,
I'm thinking lone the whole circle.
okay. Oh, that's right, because Ceres hasn't done Moogle Defense yet. That was numbers.
And we had numbers just by from the Zen Thief.
All right, so numbers is at 5-5. He only needs one more Esper to get that Kefka unlock. And it looks like he is going to go up to the Tritalk and Yeti spot for
Or
that.
maybe the weapon shop. Because
That's true. Oh, but not a weapon shop.
No.
Weapon Shop is a free check. It does not have an Esper.
Thank you.
All right, so we've seen the Moogle Defense check. We know what that is. We have not seen what's up at Tritalk and Yeti yet, I don't believe. And Ceres taking on the daddy fight.
Yes. Yeti beating up on Daddy.
I mean, that's how it should be.
Yes.
All right, just a reminder that we have time in order to get your donations in to kill or save Sid. I'm not going to make the not the Sid runner joke again. I think I've already beat that horse dead. But definitely get your donations in. I kind of want to see somebody kill Sid just because it takes a little longer and we get to enjoy your company a little bit longer. But whichever way you land on that fence, get those donations in for a great cause. Watch those runners kill or save Sid. Alright, and that is an easy Tri-Talk fight. In the vanilla location, even.
Yes. Thank goodness for those VKs.
Yeah, for sure, because unless they've picked up a fire spell, you're not damaging that thing hardly at all.
No.
And what are we getting for this? We are getting a Magicite. Is it going to be the Tri-Talk Magicite from the Tri-Talk spot? Ragnarok.
From the weapon shop spot.
French vanilla right there. And because Numbers has his unlock, we are not going to see what's at Yeti. He is going to be going straight to that tower. Again, they have their skip, so Numbers will be right on the statue switches, getting ready for the last 5 battles right before Final Kefka. You know, I'm hoping we see some Magimaster, some Doomgaze, and some Poltergeist up here.
Same here.
Let's give these runners an actual challenge, even though with
I
the
hope-
offense that they have, no challenges there.
I hope in the solo lane.
Ooh, yeah, the solo lane. That would be even better. Well, Dragon Lady, that's the nice thing about being commentators is since I don't have to run this, I can wish the worst on people.
Yes. I'm hoping Poltergeist and Magimaster in the solo.
Instead, we get a Haydn.
Yeah.
Haydn and the Haydnites.
Yeah.
Just a little heads up, guys. We're going to give about a 10 minutes before we close the save or Sid kill. Save or kill Sid instead of bid war. We'll call it in about 10 minutes from now. So if you are waiting to donate one way or the other, you got about 10 more minutes to get those donations in there for that.
All right, come on, guys. We really need to give the Kill Sid option a fighting chance in that race. All right, Haydn being a little rude, especially with those VKs not being able to control that damage. And of course, you could never control a Yeti.
Yeah. And probably not the time Numbers want to see a body slam.
Probably not. Haydn being a little rude there with the poison spells, and down goes Yeti. Sorry, Glue.
And now we have Cerise with her unlock.
Nice. Cerise is not far behind Numbers at all. This is kind of like the first leg of this race, where at the very end, the runners really kind of catch up and get right in the same areas as each other. Wow, a solo Yeti in a lane.
I love it.
That is that's ballsy. I love it too.
Yes.
I guess if Glue really wants to, he's allowed to make a Yeti joke again. All right, let's see what Series Rose has to deal with their solo Yeti. With an Atma weapon.
I think this was the Hidan spot.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's
goodness
right.
gracious! Wow.
So this is gonna be an Octo Atma lightsaber Yeti. This is beautiful. The only time we can ever say that the Yeti is sexy is right here.
Yeah.
Normally we have an MVP. We're going to make this an MVY, most valuable Yeti on this one.
Very true, very true. And Numbers is down with his Rexall fight. In Worlds Collide, we turn off the zinger for Rexall, so you don't have to worry about that annoying little gimmick that is part of that fight.
While we have Cerise just getting done with Hidan.
Nice. Man, our runners are so close together. This is a great second leg of this race. And remember, we only have a little bit of time left if you want to get in your last donations for the Save or Kill Sid. Whichever side of the fence you want to land on, make sure you put that money where your mouth is on how you want to Sid to live or not live out the rest of his days on that solitary island.
I just want to add, horrible bosses with these offerings, by the way.
Yeah.
That's true, but Realm of Stunner, I mean, unfortunate because it's going to hit the little guys too, and you have to wait for them to die and respawn.
Hey guys, we just had, as we're closing up the Save or Kill Sid bid war incentive, we just had $10 come in from Kefka. Kefka says, thumbs down for Sid, let him burn. Rather tame language there from Kefka of all people, but you know what? $10 for Kill Sid. The gap closes just a little bit.
Hey, nice. Thanks, Kefka. Never thought I'd say those words.
Neither did I.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like I need to take a bath now after saying that.
I need to wash my mouth out with soap.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so Cerise making quick work of, I think that was her Rexall fight. Numbers is now going to face Ultros 1.
I feel bad for Ultros here.
I mean, I do too. I mean, he's really going to take that beating there. Bye, Uncle Ulti.
Yes.
Ooh, that damage with that stunner from Realm is amazing. All right. Numbers is going to hit their switches first at 113.18. Sierra is doing some little last minute relic and equipment changes, getting a save in. And we'll probably be doing her Ultros fight here in just a moment. Guys, as we end the second leg of this race, we are at $1,580 donations for the Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser. We have one last leg of this race for you to put some money in for this great cause. While we have met our goals of the 1,250 for 10IQ to shave his head, we of course can keep going, give ourselves our own personal goals, and see how high we can get those donations.
And we just had Marg use air anchor on long arm.
Ooh, that's nice. That is an instant death ability. So as soon as long arm takes an attack, it's going to die. Alright, Sarah's finishing up her Ultros fight, getting ready to step on her switches here in just a moment. Remember, we have a third leg of this race. Shadow Sid will be taking over for Ceres Rose as soon as she puts in her done in the race room, while Lunar Chimera will be stepping in for Numbers as soon as he puts in his done. Sniper. So if you want the technical answer, it is faster to save Sid than to kill him. Aside from that, it is purely up to you whether you want the runners to do one or the other. It actually doesn't matter as far as the gameplay goes, other than one being a little faster. But for comedic value, I always say kill him. All right. And while Jex was the official winner, or the unofficial winner in the first leg because of the great dog pets that he did first off, I think Ceres is the unofficial winner no matter what the times are in this leg, just because of taking Umaro to the final Kefka fight.
I think if Yeti survives the whole Kefka fight, we should get a Yeti joke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's the official tally on Sid?
We're still at 150 for save and $60 for kill.
All right, well, we have to
Well-
camp it now because we got to learn our short. So
We'll give it a few more minutes just in case Sniper had indicated in the chat they would like to donate. We'll leave it open for a few more minutes and we'll let the runners know the results.
All right, Numbers is on the tier 2 of Final Kefka. Ceres is closing in, starting her tier 2 right as Numbers is moving up to tier 3. This is going to be a really close race. All right. Oh, nice use of the Sword Tech 8 cleave to get rid of tools in the middle. And those offering VKs are, are going to make quick work of tier 3. And here we go. Numbers side is going up to tier 4 of Final Kefka.
Too bad Celeste didn't make it to the end.
I mean, it's okay. She got hit by that calmness and that was nasty, but I'm pretty sure Numbers is going to do just fine without her. Look, Numbers gets to take Yeti to the final fight too, even though he's dead. All right, nice use of the quick spell. That means that Terra is going to get to go 2 times in a row, while everybody else's ATB is stopped. And that is Final Kefka down. We are going to see Lunar Chimera coming in Numbers' spot. GG's Numbers.
GG's Numbers.
All right. Numbers, way to go, man.
Come play in the commentator's room now?
Say that again, I missed it, I'm sorry.
I said, do I get to come play in the commentator's room now?
You do! Come join us! Tell us what you think about that seed!
Oh my gosh, I didn't know where it was gonna go, but whenever I found the offerings and the Genji gloves, I was like, game on. And I got quick on top of it, then I was like, super game on. And it was like, let's just thrash a bunch of people. I didn't even look for, I think I may have looked for a few more pieces of equipment, but not much. I just knew I had enough offense, and that's the name of the game in this one. Offense. Just go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this seed definitely provides.
Yeah, it was a great one. Well, I get to look right now. Were there any Illuminas found? I know I found that one in Thamasa, but that was it.
Not
I didn't
not-
see any Luminas, no.
I didn't see any either.
That was
And
a quick Kefka for Saris, though.
Right.
yeah, GG's series rose. Now we're gonna see Shadow Sid coming in.
GG series.
GG's. I absolutely love this playset. So it's kind of based off of a playset I made like 4 years ago. This flag set, mainly because I used to get up early in the morning to play this, but I never had time to play an entire seed. Like at the time I was new and it was running like 2 hours for a seed. So I was like, I'm gonna put something together I can do in an hour, and now I'm doing it in 40 minutes. I mean, it makes me feel good. I can do it that fast now.
Well, and it's just fun to have that much offense like spread throughout the seed, so easy to find. I mean, it feels good to beat up on Kefka like that.
Yeah, just a one-shot Kefka always feels amazing. You don't get to do it very often. If you play a bunch of chaos seeds, yeah, you see it from time to time, but this one just gives it to you, and it's so fantastic to have it.
For sure. Okay, so I want to ask you a question, both you and Series. I think Series is in here too. That I asked the runners of the first leg. Doing this for the cause, the stand up to cancer. What made you want to do this? Has cancer affected you personally, or someone close to you in your family that makes you really want to run this, or is it just because it's a great cause to help with?
Well, for me, I've lost 2 aunts to cancer, to both to breast cancer. My mom just had a double mastectomy done. They did find breast cancer in her. They've removed it all, so that's good. And my brother-in-law is currently fighting a very rare cancer. It runs through his spinal column, all the liquids and all that through there, um, and it is non-curable. They removed all of it for now, but there's been a total of like 27 cases of this type of cancer in all the world that they know of, and there's like an 80% chance of it coming back. And if it does come back, there's nothing else they can do. No more radiation or anything like that. They are able to use his case and the tumors that were removed in order to do case studies. So knowing how much this is affecting my family, especially my sister, she has 4 or 5 kids, and with that coming on, it's just hard to see that. I myself have not been, it hasn't affected me personally, but I've had a lot of family members that have fallen to cancer, and I hope we can get rid of it one day. Whether we do or don't, who knows? But hopefully we do.
Yeah, for sure. As a breast cancer survivor myself, I wish your mom the best, and sorry to hear about how it's affected your other family members. So fuck cancer, right?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem. Series, what about you?
Yeah, for me, so my sister-in-law, she's in her teens and she's been going through it in her leg. She's pretty close to ringing the cancer-free bell, but it's the kind of thing where they're going to have to keep an eye on it, her whole life. So, the easier it is for her to be able to keep an eye on it and make sure that she's able to take care of it, the better. And I mean, if it's not you personally who knows someone, you know someone who knows someone who's been through this. It's almost impossible to go through your life without this touching you in some way.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys so much for offering your time to race. Um, so, thank you so much. We couldn't do this without the runners. You guys are definitely the ones putting on the show. We're just here pretty much talking to ourselves. So, really appreciate you guys doing that. Sigil, you got anything?
No, you said everything I wanted to say, Dwyer.
I just-
Okay.
We appreciate everything you guys do too, because it wouldn't be as fun without commentators. Commentators got a big role too, especially in this flag set, because it's so fast and trying to like keep up with everything and tell everybody and explain to everybody that doesn't know anything about Worlds Collide, and you're just trying to tell people what's going on, but you really don't have time whenever it's this fast, especially with like Final Kefka. So, I mean, there's so much to this game, but to see it ran so fast, it's amazing. So, Sirius, you used to speedrun the vanilla, right?
Yeah, I learned the speed run. I don't know if I ever did like a full run of it. I mean, there's a big difference between learning it and sitting down for like 7 or 8 hours and doing it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So, like a speedrun of vanilla is like non-glitchless is like 5 or 6 hours, isn't it? Like a good one.
Yeah, not a me one, a good one.
Good one. No offense. Don't take that the wrong way.
It's okay. I'm just feeling vulnerable because you beat me.
You're gonna get me one of these days on this. Hey, you've been killing me in the Chaos Realm lately. Like I've had to put my code up for a little bit in the Chaos Realm.
Yeah, but no, that wasn't when everyone was looking at us.
Oh, come on now. GG's as always. Thanks everybody for coming out for this. It means a lot to me. So I'm glad everybody got to come out for this, and I'm glad I actually got to go through this one and didn't have a tornado scare. Had to back out on my Soten run. It was sad.
All right, well, we'll let you guys go. Sigil and I, we need to get back to the race at hand.
Which we started with this Setsa and Yamara start, with Lunar going up to the Lone Wolf check, and now doing the Kefka Nosh, while we have Shadow Sid leading his way into Magic Tech Factory, where he also found in Shaps Atma weapons and Ragnaraks, I believe.
Nice. Yeah, of course. In this flag set, we're going to see all that offense that we've been seeing this whole race. And I believe the poll for the save kill Sid has been closed, and the save Sids have won it. Glue can verify that. Yep.
That is correct, Toya. We have 150 for save Sid, 65 for not saving him. So our two runners on screen now. The last leg of this relay will be heading to Solitary Island at some point during their run, and they will save Sid. We had a couple things happen during the interviews. I didn't want to interrupt, but we had a $5.55 donation from Sniper Dave, or Sniper, aka Sub Charlie. Love the marathon. Let's crush cancer. We appreciate you. And then we also had a $50 donation from Aunt Sarah with no message attached, but thank you very much, Aunt Sarah, for your $50 donation. And that brings us up to over $1,600 so far.
Heck yeah, guys. This is amazing. Thank you all so much for your donations. You know, from whenever we started this race, we've seen that number jump and jump and jump. And that is awesome. This is all from you guys. You're really bringing the support, coming out, showing how much this fundraiser means to you, and I couldn't be more appreciative.
Same here, Dwyer.
All right, we've got Yeti on Yeti action on Lunar Chimera's side.
Also, speaking of Yeti, the Yeti check is a Solis.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna see our first character. For Lunar Chimera.
If Luna goes to that check.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because we spotted it when she was going up to, when they were going up to Lone Wolf.
Okay, so hopefully they will jump down and do that for that extra character. Now I see on Shadow Sid's side, he took advantage of that Y remove to get rid of the NPC that guards Magitech that normally you cannot go into until you have Celis. So this is definitely a sequence break, and might actually, you know, put him in the lead.
He was already rewarded with 2 Magicites.
Very true, from those Magitech 1 and 2 checks. All right, Saber, I gotta point out again. We just saw the dog sprite for the Kefka Narsh check and the dog spinning around. And why are you like this? Why did you do this? Still,
I went again. The whole Super Bowl relay race was based off of what's called Speedball, which is dog relay race. and wanted to have some sort of dog-themed event to put into Worlds Collide. And at the last minute, right before we went live, I was like, you know what? We'll even put the doggo sprite in for Kefka, be a little silly, see if we get any comments out of it. And sure enough, it's worked numbers for that. So thank you for that.
Hey, no problem.
And the second time tonight, we see the Strago at the end of Magitech Factory.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not the 5th character for the unlock, so not the best time to see him. Nobody likes to see that old man.
Yep.
And we've got Air Force as the last battle for the Magitech, going down super easy.
We had Lunar Tech in the fights at Moogle Defense.
And yeah, I saw they were magic pots, so not what you really want to see for any kind of XP or anything. All right, Miles and Fraser Crane, the Crane brothers, again. At least this time they're not riding in a sidecar with the train. Oh, and here we are. We are getting the Save Sid play by Shadow Sid. Does this mean Sid is saving himself?
Yes. Or his
Okay.
alter ego.
Okay. I bet there's a lot of psychology to unpack there, but I think I'm just going to skip on by. Now, in order to save Sid, he needs to collect the fast fish because those are the healthy fish.
Yes. And it looks like none of the Mog checks worked. One of the Mog checks worked out.
Hmm. Okay, so Mog was no fun.
Yeah, I will say that none of the 4 characters on screen have any good checks. Mog, I
No.
mean, Mog would be the best of that bunch, but because we have no free checks on and stuff like that, these 4 characters are horrible.
Yeah, this is definitely the hardest leg of the race that we've seen so far. And
we
is that a Sid saved?
Yes, it is.
All right, so Sid gets to live again on the solitary island.
That makes me happy.
Well, you did put $100 towards it, so I would hope so.
Yep.
Which again, thank you for that. Wonderful
You're welcome.
donation. All right, so we get a tomb check from Lunar Chimera.
And while on Shadow side, we get Ebbett's Rock.
Yeah, and we'd like to lovingly call this RNG Cave. Why is that, Sigil?
Because we have to feed the chest by the entrance 22 corals, but we don't know how many corals are in each chest. So we could get a string of like 1 coral or get like 5.
Very true. And if you try to go to that one chest without 22, it's going to take them all and send you off on the hunt again. All right, so no need to check the monsters in boxes because we already have all the offense available to us in stores. Little last minute equipment here for Lunar Chimera. That's a nice quick Esper with strength
Yes.
+1. And go! Man, we
Yeah.
are getting the characters with all the bad checks. This is terrible.
Yes.
What a great third leg of the race.
Yeah.
Ooh, this could be nasty. Alright, we're gonna hope for a lot of body slams from the Yeti to get through this fight.
Hey, Joya.
Hey.
Fortunately, we had another donation come in from Sniper, aka Sub Charlie, for $2. And that will save you from the Yeti pun that I was just about to dish out. So, clutch donation there by Sniper. I had it queued up. ChatGPT spit out a good one, but with that $2 donation, Sub Charlie have saved us all.
Sub Charlie, you are my hero right now, and I'm so happy for me to temporarily get to know you in this wonderful fundraiser. So thank you. You are my hero. Thank you. And on Shadow Sid's side, we got a Shadow.
Yes.
What do you think about that one, Sigil?
I don't like that he replaced the Yeti, but I like the checks.
So we get to skip a Yeti joke and we replace the Yeti. This is a beautiful day. So if you were Shadow Sid and you just got Shadow, where you have the floating continent, are you gonna do floating continent?
Most likely. Because it's a chance at 3 Espers.
Yeah. I mean, you could also get some characters in there, and Shadow Sid is good on characters, but with 3 possible parts of progression, it's hard to pass that up, even though it is a longer check.
And we don't exactly have great characters for checks at this point, besides Shadow.
That's very true. Now, unfortunately, only Shadow Sid has that character, because he sequenced break to do MTech, which is not even on the playing field for Lunar Chimera unless they want to use that Y remove to get into MTech.
But it looks like Lunar Chimera is going up World of Ruin, Nosh.
Okay. So, for the donations, we are at $1,637.90, totally blowing the goal of $1,250 for 10 IQ to shave his head during the staff event portion of this fundraiser at the very end after this race. Going to be shaving his head live, so definitely stick around for that. It's probably going to be a great show. Again, I've never seen anybody shave their head live on Twitch stream, so I'm looking forward to that.
Neither have I.
Yeah. But that does not mean that the donations need to stop. We can set ourselves an even higher goal, maybe of $1,800? Is that a little ambitious there?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think we got some great people out there still watching.
And as Cerise points out in chat, you could also Y remove into the tentacles in Ancient Castle.
That's true, we sure could. I don't know if we'll actually see that, though.
I don't think so. And a flying Funbaba scares me.
That is a thick baba right there.
Yes.
And on the little tamer side, though, we have a tunnel armor disappearing right before our eyes up in the snow because tunnel armor is a very weak boss. And thank you, Sniper, for those bits. Definitely another way to help the event. Much appreciated. Again, you're my hero. All right, Shadow Sid is at 5-3, while Lunar Chimera is at 4-2.
And Shadow's doing the Velt Cave check.
Oh, do you think we're gonna get a dog pet at the end of this?
I think so.
I hope so. Oh, what are we gonna get from Yeti? Oh, that's right. That's a Celis. Yes, Celis. One of the better characters of the game. Some would say she's the best girl. Me personally, I think Terra's the best girl, but we can have that chat on another time.
Yes. And we have Shadow did just letting Cyan just sleep there.
Oh, well, I mean, he doesn't need another character, so I can kind of agree with that.
But also, he leads to like 3 or 4 quick shacks.
That's true. But he's just going to lay in the dirt forever.
Yep.
Okay, we are getting... Oh, here is Lunar Chimera saving Sid. Series Rose is pointing out, yeah, Shadow Sid is really trying to avoid that floating continent.
Yes. And Shadow's not going to be happy when he finds Celeste.
Probably not.
That's not a good start for Lunar Chimera.
Yeah, no fish in the water. That's definitely gonna make a save Sid a little harder. Thunder Shield for the dragon. Okay, well, I mean, sure. Oh, good. Sid feels better.
Yes.
And
Now
that is a slow fish. No, we don't want the slow fish.
At least he's still feeling better.
So the way this works is Sid has an HP pool that slowly ticks down. So you have to keep feeding him fish, and preferably the fast fish, to keep his HP up. And once it hits a certain number, then you've saved Sid. However, these fish are not behaving. There's a fast fish. Alright, I think that is Esper number 5 for Shadow?
I think it's 4.
Oh, 4? Okay, yeah, 4. I was seeing the counter, but I wasn't sure if it had changed yet.
And I feel like the fish
Bad
really
RNG for Lunar. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking about feeling bad, we had a $10 donation from Numbers JS, who had just finished up the previous leg of the relay before this. Numbers writes, "Can I get a Yeti joke from Mr. Glue?" Well, first and foremost, my father was Mr. Glue. I am just Glue. But Yeti, Numbers, I will oblige because you donated to a great cause. Why did the Yeti get kicked out of school? Because he was always too cool for class.
Anyway, back to the race. Thank you, Glue. Thank you for keeping us entertained with the Yeti jokes.
Yes. We have Luna and World of Ruins Zen. And it doesn't seem Luna found the nice equipment for weapons like Shadow did.
Ooh. And okay, so gonna look at the Zen Thief, but no free checks are on, so probably not gonna spend the 30k or whatever it was to get it.
I just want to say I'm a little offended right now because Sid dumped Celeste for Yeti. I just want to put that out there.
I know that Celeste is your girl. All right, so it's Shadow Sid with 6-5 and 4 out of 6 espers. Looks like he is just going to do that floating continent. And some landworms in the sky. Now this is landworms in the sky.
Yeah,
How ridiculous can we get here?
I don't know.
I see a problem.
I would not want to live in that world with all these creatures in the sky.
As long as we stay out of the sky, we're
Yeah.
fine, right? Yeah,
I
fine.
hope.
Sure.
What do you think is going to be on floating continent?
Can I be a nice commentator or a mean commentator?
Your choice.
Ooh, okay. So for floating continent, I'm hoping for the first check. Let's see a character for the first check. Second check be dead, and last check be an Esper. Because I'm a terrible person. Again.
I'm worse than you.
Okay,
I-
what's
I-
worse?
Character on the last check also.
Oh, okay. I see how you're gonna be.
With one
well-
of the characters being Go-Go.
We already found Go-Go, so it can't
Oh.
be Go-Go.
Okay.
So
Gal.
here's okay, Gal would be bad.
Yeah.
Here's my reasoning for this, right? The longer this race goes, the more chance there is for people to get their last minute donations in before the event ends, because we are the closer for this event. So see, I'm trying to work it here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So another character would also on the last check extend it.
Yeah. So let's hope this race goes a little bit longer so we can get some last minute donations in, get closer to that $1,800 goal that I just, threw out there for no reason.
Yes.
And a Great Y remove of the door NPC on Lunar Chimera's part for the Opera House. Alright, did you happen to see what was the first check for Floating Continent? Was it an Esper?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an Esper.
Okay, good.
I'm a little surprised that neither runner went for Magitech, considering they have Celeste anyways.
No. Shadow
Uh,
Shadow broke into Magitech.
Oh, you're
Yeah, but
right. You're
Not
right.
Celeste. He sequenced break into Magic Tech, and that's where Strago was.
Oh, but Lunar
For the
didn't though.
Lunar did not. I will be very curious to see if they go there.
I'm still hoping the second check of Floating Continent's dead, just so they have to go through the whole thing.
Man, you're just darn mean.
No, I want
Hey!
I want to extend this.
Cirrus, Lunar needs 3 Espers. Ooh, Guardian. Okay. Not a big deal.
Not with the equipment Sid's rocking.
Oh, absolutely. Look at those rags procking like crazy. This is what you want to see, getting all that damage into Guardian real quick. And who is going to kidnap Maria and the Opera after this fight? This is a senior behemoth fight. Oh, and there is Shadow Sid's unlock. He is going to be getting out of Floating Continent and going into Final Kefka's Tower. All right, we have not seen any nasty bosses in KT, really. So I'm really hoping we get to see some.
So am I.
All right, who is going to steal Maria from the opera? It will be an imp, so that means it's going to be either an Esper or an item. And the nice thing with Shadow Sid finding that 6th character is he does not have to have a solo lane. So this is good. Alright, looks like Lunar Chimera is going to be checking Zen Thief, which will not be anything. Well, it is a glowing stone. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a price tag behind it to get to the Esper, it's technically not a free check.
I always forget that.
Yeah.
You can tell how much I don't play with the free checks flag off.
And we have the Three Stooges hanging out in Kefka's Tower again.
Oh, man, these guys, they just need to go back to their dream world where they belong.
And Luna finally found the Ragnaroks.
I bet that's going to make them really happy to see.
Yes.
All right, and Stooges go down super quick on Shadow Sid's side.
I'm hoping Doomgaze is in the middle lane.
I mean, we haven't seen a Doomgaze or a Magimaster in this whole race.
Ugh.
I feel cheated.
So do I.
Right, one statue boss down for Shadow Sid. We've got 4 more left. Lunar Chimera is going to find that 6th Esper in BNKT before we know it. Especially because they're going to Magitech.
I feel
So-
bad for this boss.
Yeah, I kind of do too. So we are nearing the last leg of this race. So if you want any last minute donations, make sure that you get those in. And also, after this is going to be the staff event where 10IQ is going to be shaving his head on stream, so definitely stick around for that. It's going to be entertaining.
Yep, as Dwaya mentioned, donations will be ongoing until the conclusion of this race, which is coming up pretty fast now that Team Odin on the left side of the screen is almost approaching the final fight.
Thank you, Glue. This also means if you want to put any more donations towards Glue telling or not telling a Yeti joke, this is the time to do it. Am I going down super fast on Shadow Sid's side thanks to those Ragnaroks? All right, one more statue fight down for Shadow Sid, and we will be on the final boss. Team Odin has taken a pretty big lead in this last leg of the race. And that is the unlock for Lunar Chimera. They are going to be getting into their KT as soon as they possibly can. Oh, Yeti is not being kind in this Chad fight.
No.
Oh, and Shadow is just going to kill him off. I'm sure Glue's going to be talking to him in the Discord a little later for the
Oh boy.
reprimand. Doing that on stream for everybody to see.
And of all characters, it's Mog doing it too.
Oh. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. You know, I know I've mentioned this earlier in the race, but this is an absolutely fantastic community. We get to make all these great jokes at each other. If you have any interest in joining the Worlds Collide community, we have a great Discord. It's a really fun game. The community is super helpful. And we really enjoy doing fun events like this, for sure.
All right, I'm going to take a special moment here. We had another donation come in from Sigil. Sigil, ladies and gentlemen, has done some amazing work today, not just in the broadcast booth, but now he is up to $485 total donations from Sigil alone. With his latest donation, Sigil has dropped $25, and he says, I got told I can have Glue tell a Yeti joke. All right, Sigil, if that is what you want, that is what you get. Why did the Yeti refuse to use the lawnmower? Because it preferred to let the grass grow wild. After all, he was more of a snowman than a mow man.
But this is
Waiting
your
for the
fault,
cricket
Sigil.
sound effect there.
Technically, it's not my fault. Someone said you can donate to have Glue tell Yeti jokes.
You know what? I think we're all the real winners here that we got to hear these jokes. And we are starting our final Kefka fight on Shadow Sid's side. Lunar Chimera in the tower fighting their statue fights. Ladies and gentlemen, Moogles and Yeti Men, this has been an absolute fantastic Super Bowl relay marathon race for the Worlds Collide game. While it is not quite over, I definitely want to give thanks to those that have watched, donated, supported, laughed, cried, and just all around enjoyed this game that we are all passionate about in the Worlds Collide community. So thank you so much.
And we have Shadow moving up to tier 2.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And he's going to take quick work. He's going to make quick work of that tier 2.
Yes.
Yeah, Series Rose pointing out that we have another solo Yeti lane for Lunar Chimera. Yeti making quick work of that Atma.
All right, speaking of quick work, we just had another $27.90 donation from Dragon Lady. Can you come in? Her second donation of the evening. Dragon Lady says, let's round out our total and celebrate with an anti-Yeti joke. Ooh, I was not prepared for that one. Give me a few moments and we'll get there. I gotta, get the other list out. The other list isn't as long, but I'll get one for you.
Good anti-Yeti joke. I'm very curious.
So am I. And I think it's more amazing Glue's going to be saying it.
Oh, I know. Like, I would pay for that too. Wow, look at that number. That is $1,700.80. Fantastic job, guys. You are doing amazing with those donations. Really putting your money where your mouth is when it comes to the Stand Up to Cancer cause. Much appreciated for everyone out there who has donated.
All right, as promised, here we go. Why did the Yeti get kicked out of the party? because no one could stand his chilling personality, and he kept frosting everyone out with his bad jokes.
That was beautiful. That was
Uh,
amazing. Blue, did that hurt your soul to say that?
Very much so. I'm gonna go cry now.
That sort of
Oh,
brought a tear
okay.
to my eye.
All right. Before I go cry, let's call out one more donation. We got Is Heather M coming with a $13.33 donation. Looks like Heather wasn't a fan of the nice round number. Heather writes, "Bring back the 13." So the donation is no longer a nice round number, courtesy of Heather.
Well, thank you very much. I think I'd rather take a donation than a nice round number anyway.
It's not every day you see Sleep Use Grand Train.
Wait, what?
Uh,
Sleep used Grand Train?
Yeah, because their levels are so low
Oh,
because of
that's
ability scaling.
true. That is very true. Good pointing that out. The ability scaling, the level scaling is a little different in the Super Ball Relay to make sure that it goes a little faster. I hadn't even thought about the fact that E would be doing different moves than what we'd normally see.
In our
All
defense,
right.
in our
Go ahead.
defense, the runners have been going through the fight so fast.
That is very true.
Before
All
team
right.
before
go
Team
ahead.
Owner finishes, we got one more donation dropped in from Sir S. Rose, the runner from the previous leg for Team Odin. For $25, we say, "I'm gonna tackle making a pun myself. Though I don't know much about Yeti, and I certainly can't compare to Glue's body of work, but it would be cold of me not to try."
Way to go. That was beautiful. I love it. I will love a good pun every single day of the week. And GG's to Shadow Sid and Team Odin for winning the Super Ball Relay.
GG's.
GG's.
All right,
Save Sid.
Sid.
Kill the Yeti.
Save Sid. Kill the Yeti.
Just saying.
Whew. Sid, what'd you think about Seed?
That was an interesting one. It wanted to throw characters at me. Like, I don't want
Yes, it
Cyan.
did.
I don't want Celeste.
Yeah.
But she'll come along anyway.
How'd you feel about seeing that Celeste after breaking into MTech?
I was like, well, I guess I didn't skip logic all that much. Since that was the first place I went.
Yeah, but that was a really neat play. I like seeing that. Really taking advantage of that Y remove.
That's my there's not a whole lot of damage or like monster fights before a boss for a check selection. Like, all right, I guess I'll do it myself.
There you go. All right, Sid, I'm going to ask you the same question I've asked all of our runners. Why did you join this relay and this fundraiser? Has cancer hit you personally or any of your family members? I mean, what close to your heart?
My immediate family have been pretty lucky. I have had plenty of extended family with cancer. Although most of them were able to ride it out to old age. But yeah, I've seen the tolls that it's taken. Like it goes, F cancer. So we need to raise as much as we can for it. It's a great cause.
Yeah, for sure. Again, near and dear to my heart. So I really appreciate you coming in here and putting in your time and helping us raise money for this awesome event.
Yeah, glad to be here. That's a fun race.
It was, and you
Yeah.
brought it home for Team Odin. Way to go!
Woo! It was very close coming into that too. Like just now looking at the stream, looks like Lunar is not far behind.
No.
No.
Lunar did the Lone Wolf check, which is pretty much the difference of the time there, and got no rewards from doing the Kefka Narsh or doing Lone Wolf. So
Oh man,
so that was the difference, pretty much.
I'd save outside of Narsh in my practices, and if that happened, as instant just reset out. Not even gonna peek it.
Yeah, and
That's
Lunar
a
kind of got
tough combo.
trolled by fish in the save Sid.
Oh yeah, I had really good fish luck. I think I had 4 of my 5 fish were fast.
Yeah, I think one of the first time Lunar went down there was no fish.
No, it
And
was a
then,
slow fish.
Oh, it was a slow fish. Okay, I didn't see it. And then there was another one where it was just one slow fish. So
You just have
Yeah,
to
it's a little rough.
channel the Sid.
well,
Be one with the Sid. I
you
really
are
wanted
one
to
with
live.
the Sid. You did. And Lunar Chimera is up to the final tier of Final Kefka. They're going to make quick work of this, I have no doubt.
Let's see what they're rocking weapon wise.
They found the Ragnaraks very late.
Oh, yeah, I think I got them before I even did a first check. In Miranda, I think. And then lucked into some Genji gloves in Thamaza.
Yeah, Lunar didn't find him until, oh man, almost getting unlock.
Yeah.
And GG's Lunar Chimera, GG's Team Bahamut. Way to bring
GG's.
home the race.
Oh, I also got to use Raiden once. It's for Team Odin. That was fun.
GG's. And we've got Lunar Chimera in the booth with us.
Hello.
And hello, GG's.
Thank you.
How'd you like to see?
I laughed real hard at that start with Setzer, Mog, and Umaru. I was like, what?
Yeah, there's a rough start as far as checks go.
Got to make your own start.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
All right. Last time I'm gonna ask this question for you, Leonard. Why did you do this? Has cancer hit you personally, like a family member, friends? How is this kind of near and dear to you?
I mean, I like to help with the charities in general, but this one specifically, yeah. What was it? My grandmother on my mom's side, my grandfather on my dad's side, and then a whole bunch of friends. I've had cancer all over, so yeah, it's pretty close to home for this one.
Yeah. A big F cancer, for sure. Sigil, you got anything?
No, but thank you for all our runners put on a great show.
Yeah. And Team Odin, Team Bahamut, all 6 runners have just done a fantastic job. It was actually really fun to watch. Normally commentating like 3 races back to back to back would be a little tiresome, but this has been an absolute pleasure getting to see all the different types of offense, just the speedy way of getting through this. We laughed, we cried, we had Yeti jokes all over the place.
And one anti-Yeti joke.
And one anti-Yeti joke and a Yeti pun.
Yes.
So yes. Runners, do you have anything you want to add?
Gosh, if you like these, go visit the Worlds Collide community. We're always doing races like this. And we love putting on things for charity.
Yes. Lunar, anything last minute from you?
No, I think I'm good. I think you guys got the majority of it, so.
Awesome. Well, Mr. Glue, oh, that was your father. Glue, Drinks Glue. Do you want to close us out?
Yeah, we did have 2 more donations come in. One from Van Nasty, who for $2.50 would like to say F cancer. Very well said, very elegant, but straight to the point, and something we can all obviously agree on. And then Dwaya coming in with one last $10 donation, and Dwaya requests Glue gets one last Yeti joke. All right, so one last Yeti joke we will have before we turn it back over to 10 IQ. Why did the Yeti make a great baseball player? Because he always knows how to snowball a pitch and ice the competition.
Oh, boo! Ouch.
I
Can I
have
load my
regret.
save back up and hit the Yeti again?
Thank you for the round of applause, Sid. I appreciate it. No, but thank you everybody who had donated. We had various members. We had Sigil, we had Dwaya coming in multiple times. We had Ross earlier. We had Luna donating $50 per the save and save or kill Sid incentive, and we had so many more. So thank you everybody who donated during our run. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you hanging out with us because this was a lot of fun. I know we did a great cause and whatnot, but it was fun as well. So it's a cool thing that those two things were able to come together. And so with all of that, thank you. Let's start with the left side. Thank you, Hefe. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Ceres, for being runners tonight. Thank you, Jaxrox. Thank you, Numbers. And then thank you, Lunar. Thank you, Saberwolf, for hosting. And then Dwaya and Sigil on comms. Fantastic job all around by everyone from the community. And with that, let's turn it back over to the 10 IQ, who hopefully has some scissors around.
I do not have any scissors, but I indeed do have a razor, and we are getting it all set up to go. Do not go anywhere, because in the next 5 to 10 minutes, you will be able to see the event ending. We will say our thank yous, say our goodbyes, and most importantly, the most expensive haircut I have ever gotten. Stick around.